All right, Mr. Kearney, it's Logan Stout at Perkins Motorplex. We are going to walk around one of my favorite cars we've had here, the orange Scat Pack Daytona with the Hemi, of course. And yeah, this thing is absolutely awesome. I got to drive it for just a second, ran it through the car wash to get the pollen and kind of dry, you know, windy conditions that we got right now. They're creating that kind of that greenish film on the cars, as you can see on our delivery trucks back there. Yeah, it is super nice. Let's see, to give you an idea where I'm at, I'm kind of behind the scenes of Perkins Motorplex here. Our lot where we keep most of our vehicles is on the other side of these service centers right here, but this is that Charger, and we're just going to walk around it. Now, it's a 2020 model, 70,000 miles. We don't expect it to be perfect. We're not expecting a perfect car. We sell used cars here. I always like to say all of our vehicles get grace. None of them are going to be perfect, right? So there are a couple things I'll point out, but all in all, for the year and miles, very, very nice. We'll start with the flat part of the trunk area there. If there were hail damage on the car or anything like that, you would see it through here, and that is really, really nice. Of course, you can see that dual exhaust back there. Probably can hear it as well. Got a really nice rumble to it that's not obnoxious. It's just powerful, so love that. I think you mentioned on the Carfax it shows where there was damage on the rear, minor damage, which is usually dents or cosmetic damage. I don't see anything back here. It looks great. I did notice where the corner of the bumper meets the body. You can see a little bit right there on the edge of the bumper there, a little peeling. That is pretty common for vehicles of this age. You're going to see some spots like that. See a little bit there on that corner. More of a Chrysler Dodge thing than it is anything else. Looking down the driver's side, the color is awesome, and I don't see any waviness in the paint, major dings, scratches, anything like that to point out on this side. Looks really good. The wheels, as to be expected, they've got a couple little spots on them, but nothing crazy. We see them really scraped and chunked sometimes on cars like this. Got a little spot on that one. That one's great. A little light spot right there. And that one looks pretty good. Down the passenger side, really more of the same. Looks really, really good. Man, the car's got an awesome look to it. So let's talk about those tires. I'm gonna say those are at 50 to 60% tread. It's a low profile tire, and I'm not the best at telling exactly how much tread's left. They are not new. The low profile tires are hard to gauge because the tread depth, it doesn't start very deep to begin with. But definitely a year or so of driving before you'd have to do anything with those. Look really good. Let's look across the grille in the front. Looks awesome. That's one thing I noticed, a little condensation in this headlight, but I'm not seeing any busts or cracks or anything like that. Car looks really good. All right. Let's go ahead and flip these lights on. Just make sure everything looks good there. Oh yeah, car's awesome. Okay, let's go to the back seat, front seat. We'll go to the inside here. No rips or tears in the seat. It's good here. That fabric's gotten a little wonky behind there. Another pretty common thing with those flip down armrests. You got rear heated seats. This thing is loaded. Got a light, maybe a light smoke smell, but very light compared to some that we smell and see. Got your seat memory there. Driver's seat's in good shape. Power seat there, of course. Does have the telescoping steering wheel. Power telescoping steering wheel, I should say. And you got your Daytona badging in there. And now the good part, let me give it a little gas. All the way awesome. All right, and this operating system, really, really cool. You can flip over to the performance pages here and it'll load some really cool stats on the car as you are driving, if you're into that. Seeing the breakdown of your power output, your torque, things like that. So you can play with that. See how it gives you instant feedback there. Of course, you got all your apps on there. And yeah, this is a really responsive system. So love when Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram went to this operating system. I mean, they knocked it out of the park. Much more user friendly. It does have floor mats underneath our Perkins covers there. Yeah, ready to go. Cosmetically really, really nice on the inside, and it does have 2 key fobs, both showing that remote start feature as well. Of course, your launch mode, if you're really wanting to play with it. Steering wheel's in good shape. Sunroof, headliner, all those things. Checks all the boxes. Give you one look underneath the hood here, which and this does have the upgraded sound system, Harman Kardon. I'm always quick to tell people I don't know an alternator from a radiator, so I'm the last guy to point out, you know, the ins and outs underneath the hood. But I know how to look for excessive rust or corrosion or cause for concern, and you can see how sweet and clean this is on the inside. All the way nice. All right. Let me know what other questions you have. We'd love to send it to you or have you come get it.